It is interesting to note that no statement in this book, when Job deals with his friends or when God deals with Job and his friends, does God ever seek to know Job, let Job know what's really taking place. Job might have died never knowing what was actually happening. Yet, if we could learn from Job, there is no reason to leave the church when we do not understand why we suffer. When we ask the question why and get no answer. But it is clear from Job's responses to God's questionings that after his encounter with God, he was satisfied. My point is, maybe the limited context of human experience does not allow a satisfying answer, intellectual answer to the problem of pain. And don't burden yourself in trying to explain everything. We just might not have the context to understand all the reasons why we suffer, even if the one who is doing the explaining is God himself. We just might not have the context to understand. I'm not saying that our lives here, and according to John Paulin, are hostage to a cosmic wager between God and Satan. God is not playing games with Satan on take this one this week, how about this one? Our lives are not hostage to that. So the book of Job is not a detailed explanation of all the divine ways. But the point is that our lives, my friends, are affected by wider issues in the universe as a whole. Things that might not make sense from the perspective of a single planet. Ellen White goes on to say, if we knew the battles that are fought over our souls in the spiritual realm, it would overwhelm us. God's will is not always done on earth. And to try to explain all events of evil in our lives on this earth is not a realistic enterprise. Neither is it beneficial. As you look at the lives of many men in the Bible, the things that they went through were actually first experienced before they were understood. Yet many of them still trusted God even without understanding the experience. Abraham went out not knowing where he was going. He even offered his sign. He could not have understood the true significance of being asked to kill his son. Yet, his obedience was not limited to the things that he understood. Our problem is we think our obedience has to be limited only to that which we understand. But we simply need to obey because God has said it. Knowing why we'll suffer will not make it less painful. But while we might not understand as we go through, I've come to learn that when we look a little closer for God, in our biggest losses, sometimes gifts can be embedded inside the trials. And the greatest gift that we can ever have is that of encountering God in our trials. If I may go one level deeper as I go to a close here. At the cross, when Christ was dying, part of his greatest pain was actually from an apparent feeling of the absence of God in the midst of his suffering. My God, why have you forsaken me? He cried out in Matthew chapter 27, verse 46. Thus, my friends, Jesus knows what it feels like to go through undeserved suffering. We have a Savior who can understand us when we go through suffering because even he felt forsaken by God. I know teenagers that our parents might not understand. They were never teenagers. But Christ understands. He understands. He understands the feelings of our infirmities. He knows exactly how we feel. He asks, why have you forsaken me? He was suffering unjustly. The sins that took him to the cross were not his own. In Christ, we have one who understands God because he's God, but he also understands us. Why have you forsaken me? Yet, do you notice something also? God does not answer. Christ asks the question, why have you forsaken me? And God's silence is loud and clear. God does not answer. Yet it is all too evident that Christ does not leave the Father even without an answer to why he felt forsaken. Because before he dies, he says, Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. It is clear, just like Job, even without an answer, Christ is satisfied because he puts himself in the hands of God. Into your hands I commit my spirit. No need to walk away disappointed at God when our whys are not answered, or staying physically yet mentally we've checked out, so that we can maintain the air of respectability that goes along with attending church. If we like Christ, if we care to put ourselves in the hands of God, he shall reward the travail of our soul, just like he did for Christ. Evil seems only to rule if we do not look carefully or wait long enough until we meet God in our pain. I'm not arguing that pain is not painful. Pain hurts. That's what the word means. But through it we can encounter God and we shall be satisfied. You see, my friends, in good times, faith and feelings are partners. But in times of trouble, faith and feelings seem to part ways. And the statement that Christ is making on the cross, my God, why hast thou forsaken me, can be divided into two parts, into faith and feeling. The feeling part says, why have you forsaken me? The faith part says, my God, my God. As my friend revealed to me, what Christ was actually saying is, even though I feel forsaken, you remain my God. Yes. My God. Do not be afraid to ask God why. For my friends, God is big enough to handle your whys. Do not suffer in silence. Take it to God because he understands. He also received no answer when he asked. But always hold on to your faith. The my God part. Christ is saying, why have you forsaken me? I do not understand this experience. I don't see beyond the portals of the tomb. But still you remain my God. My God. And this is the secret to victory. When you suffer and you do not understand the experience, don't walk out on God. But starve your feelings. The why have you forsaken God? And feed your faith. The my God part. For faith will take you through whatever situation. Like it did for Job. Like it did for Christ on the cross. Faith, my friends, trusts God through the problem. Faith believes in God. It is a settled confidence in him. It moves at his command. It obeys at his word. It walks in his strength. Faith lives in his power. It obeys even without understanding the full implication of what it obeys. So when your feelings tell you to give up, hold on to your faith. When your feelings tell you you have been forsaken, may your faith call to the God who never leaves or forsakes us. God never leaves or forsakes us. You see, the cross exposed something. It exposed the fundamental weakness of evil, and it is this, that evil shall be overcome. If we hang in a little longer, we shall encounter God, and we shall be satisfied even when our questions are not answered. For now we know in part, but then we shall understand fully. For now those difficult moments shall be explained when we meet our God, and we shall be completely satisfied. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 15 to 18, Paul's talking about suffering. He says, all this suffering, all that you're going through is for your benefit, so that the grace that is reaching more and more people may cause thanksgiving to overflow to the glory of God. He says, therefore we do not lose heart. Though the outward man is wasting away, yet the inward man is being renewed day by day. For our light afflictions, he calls them light, regardless of how big they are. He says, for our light afflictions, our momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. He says, so we fix our eyes, not on what is seen. For what is seen is temporary, but we fix our eyes on that which is unseen, for what is unseen is eternal. And in the words of the songwriter, he says, when darkness seems to veil his face, I rest on his unchanging grace. In every high and stormy gale, my anchor holds within the veil. On Christ, that solid rock, I stand, all other ground is sinking sand. Never give up, my friends. No matter how hard the trial. Paul says, what shall separate us from the love of God? Shall trouble or hardship or persecution or famine or nakedness or danger? No, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. For I am convinced, my friends, that neither death nor life. I am convinced, my friends, that neither angels nor demons, neither present nor future, nor any power, nor height, nor depth shall separate us from the love of God, my God, my God. So when your faith begins to give in, hold on to the hope that if you wait just a little longer, God will show up and you shall be satisfied when you meet him. In closing, my friend Ray Kachilenga tells me of a story. He had a daughter who was born with cerebral palsy. I understood him because I have a brother. In fact, he was visiting me just these past 2 weeks. He was born with a variant form of cerebral palsy. He can't walk, he moves in a wheelchair, and he's a few months older than me. My dad had him in another marriage and then had me. We were as close as heck. He got married a few years ago. He now even has a 2-year-old son who walks and stuff. But growing up, I used to pray, God, can you make him walk? I would master all the belief that a little child can master. Because I was told, if you believe hard enough, God will answer. I believed as hard as I could. But Washington never got me. So my friend tells me about his daughter who was born with cerebral palsy, and he was in the same situation. God, why? Asking day and praying day in and day out. And nothing ever changed. Then he heard Maurice Venden, an old Adventist preacher, who had a child who also had cerebral palsy. Maurice Venden has an interesting perspective. His perspective was, when we get to heaven, some will say, I left the church because you never answered my why. My why